sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets the tone for the offense.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. Cousins now on 2nd down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The 3-time All-Pro, Luke Kuechly. Coming with pressure, he drops him on the blitz for a loss of 12.
And on 1st and goal, they decided to throw for it, but the coverage was excellent. And he kept holding the ball, hoping someone would shake free. Instead, he's hit and drop. And now, they're not even in the red zone anymore.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And the starting defense here for the Panthers.
Luke Kuechly is absolutely amazing. Maybe the best middle linebacker in the game. Not only is he cerebral, this guy's athleticism is off the charts.
Play number 8 here on the opening drive. This is 3rd and goal. For Cousins. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So they get the ball first here in front of the home crowd under the lights, and they get 3 points out of it.
And there's something about a night game, isn't there? A little extra snap, a little extra crisp in the air. What a terrific way to get things started. A little extra excitement, a little extra dazzle for the home crowd.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former Auburn man, Charles, hard to believe already in his 6th year now, Cam Newton.
And every eye in the stadium goes to him as soon as he appears, doesn't it? There are very few players that have that type of effect. Doesn't matter whether he comes out for warm-ups, whether he's come out for the game, to start the game the first time on the field. All eyes on number 1, and rightly so. He may be the best player in the game.
They come up in an offset eye. Now a first carry for Jonathan Stewart. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Ricky Jean-Francois in on the tackle. When we look at this unit like we are now, Greg Olsen has become such a reliable target in this league.
Loves to be considered the number 1 option in the passing game in the offense he plays, and he lives up to it. Knows the defense is set for him, knows how to beat them.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
1 quarter down here on a frigid December night. 3-0 is our score. We'll head back to FedEx Field after this timeout.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Play clock winding down. And they will not even get to the line here as we'll get a delay.
Delay game, offense. Still first down.
Here we go on 1st and 15. They go play action here on first down. He's got the second team All-Pro from a year ago, Greg Olsen. They'll get 16 yards there, and it'll be a Carolina first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On first down, it's Newton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Greg Olsen was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think that the tight end position now is really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Throwing on third down, Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of Central Casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
The speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Time running out here on the play clock. Newton now to throw. Peaks got it over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
3 yards remaining here on second down. Throwing again is Newton. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Mostert. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now it's Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. That coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. Flushed out right. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
An extra defensive back on the field here for third and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Graham Gano to try the Panther field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a 15-play drive. Can't believe that only resulted in 3, but it did.
That is somewhat amazing, isn't it? When you hold the ball that long, run offense that well, yet only put 3 points on the board, it has to be a little bit of a disappointment, doesn't it?
Has to. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one for
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe. Well, partner, the hit sure looks like a simple route, but I think the issue with it is a lot of time when you're making that play, you're actually working your way back inside towards traffic where the big guys are coming from inside out, whether it's defensive ends or linebackers. And a lot of the time, instead of securing the pass, your eyes might stray towards the middle and wonder where the big hit's going to come from.
A good pickup there at 22. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Cousins on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They'll throw again. Cousins over the middle to Garcon. Touchdown, Washington. Pierre Garcon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
receiving team.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. They go play action here on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's brought down after a good gain. They get 25 yards out of that one. And the Panthers are going to get a first down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a first down throw for Newton. He sets to fire deep. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful.
But depending on the team, they call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that second attempt. Second and 10, Newton again. And caught left side, Olsen. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Finding time. Now he's flushed out left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard. Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first.
Oh, my Cam. There's times when I'm not analyzing up here. I'm just appreciating. Led NFL quarterbacks in rushing last year. He is truly the ultimate weapon at that position.
Now Newton. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Here's Mostert. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on third. Throwing on third down, Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hitting yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. This is Mostert. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 4 yards on the pickup. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Tell you what, I don't think I agree with the call to go for it, but I will be the first to give him credit because every book in the world tells you to punt in that situation, but he trusted his instinct. And as a result, his guys are going to get a new set of downs.
On 1st and 10, Newton. A dump off here to Stewart. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
On 1st down, it's Newton. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And now it's 2nd down. Well, pretty good coverage there. And both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
That's complete right around the 8. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie. The first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now. I know the natural instinct is to kick the extra point there and tie the game. But here in this spot, at this point of the game, is there another coach maybe weighing in with what to do here?
Well, I think that analytics are starting to say, with it being from the 2, that you're going for 2 more often. That makes sense. But there, I still like going for 1, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I mean, that's my first instinct, but I'm understanding how the game is starting to change. And we're getting a number of these quarterbacks who are telling their coaches, we should go for 2 all the time. I want to see if we ever get a team that actually starts to do that.
Well, the drive starts with Rob Kelly, and he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
This is Kelly, and he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Tressway now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. He'll field this at the 5. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Panthers will get it here as they take possession. Carolina getting set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. Back now at FedEx Field, and we've got a dandy here. A one-point game as we begin the fourth. Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The former Clemson Tiger, Sharon Peak, was the target. That'll bring up second down.
After that throw, that was definitely one that he would love to have back. I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off, or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Holding offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. Three receivers to the left, one to the right. They go play action here on first down. It's complete to Brown, right side. A gain of 6 there on first. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Newton on first down. He completes it to Peak. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the fourth. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. They get the conversion. And, Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
And here come the Redskins now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, You got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
First down. Here's Cousins. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. Jamison Crowder with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Washington defense getting ready, and a touchdown given up the last time they were out there, so maybe need to refocus a little bit.
And make sure that they don't start finger-pointing with each other, because oftentimes when a touchdown's given up, you say, okay, where did that happen? Who broke down? Who gave it up? Instead, just go back out there, be a unit again, and try and play a little bit better.
Yeah, see if they can play a little bit better on this drive. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make this a second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. On second down, here's Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now Mostert. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. They come up in an offset eye. Throwing is Newton. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So 2nd and 10 here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this one. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Eight yards still remaining here on 3rd down. Now Newton. He's got time in the pocket. And this is going to be incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Well, now then, it's a big kick right there to give him the lead in the 4th. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so. But this one's not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So Tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. They're going to hurry back to the line now. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And with just over 40 seconds now remaining, he gets up and spikes it. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. Crowder's got it over the middle. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to win the football game. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the second half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the post-mortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call? Were you confident in your defense? Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, he lost the football. Does the big boy have the juice? Past the 20. And in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. And that is a tough pill to swallow. All they had to do, Charles, keep the ball, work this clock.
The only way for the defense to win was to force the fumble. And they did. Took him the other way for a score. And now, if you're the offensive team, it will take a miracle, perhaps, to win this ball game.
Returnable here for Davis. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Back to throw. And, a crunch, the big fella. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Returnable here for Davis. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up. One last throw here for Newton. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on
We're